Eloy. Wow, so good to have you here with me.
Thank
on
you
the
for
show.
inviting me, finally.
Yeah. We're here at the Berlin Salsa Congress.
Yes.
I have some interesting topics that I would like to tackle with you today. But first, let's have a brief introduction. Where did you come from? How did you end up here today?
Okay, so I come from Venezuela. I was born in Venezuela, in Caracas. Then I moved to Mexico, and I was living in Mexico for 2 years. And then after that, I moved to Germany. And Germany been home since, I think, 9 years, more or less. I'm traveling the world. I also spend sometimes in Spain, but home is Berlin.
Berlin feels like home to you now?
Feels, and it is home very much.
Yeah.
I am always looking forward to coming back when I am traveling. And when I'm here, I feel safe. I feel very safe.
That's beautiful.
But I used to spend a lot of time, as you know, in Spain too.
Yes.
But
you're building your community there as well. Your style is very known for going into depth on fundamentals of Afro-Cuban techniques.
Yes.
You focus a lot on your channels also on teaching people proper technique for their body movement. Why is that so important to you?
It is very personal, first of all, because I've been raised with a lot of Afro-Venezuelan and Afro-Cuban as well. My family was very close to that because they are musicians. My dad is a musician, so he plays the bass. My mom used to be a dancer and also the chorus of the band that my dad was playing with. And they always brought me to like a very traditional folklore from Venezuela. And I was, since I am very little, I was very close to that. Also religiously, part of my family used to practice spiritism, which is a mix of Indians with Africans.
Okay.
It's like what happened in Cuba as well with the
Santeria.
With the Santeria, exactly. And with the Yoruba. The same happened in Venezuela as well with Indians. It's called spiritism, and my family was very close to that.
And it's practiced in the same way with dance closely related to the religion?
Yes, sir.
And they have like similar figures?
Yes.
As the orishas that we know?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And are these figures less known, or do they just get fused in together with the Yoruba?
No, it's actually not present in Yoruba anymore. I mean, when you talk about that, you just talk about the Indians. So it's not so known because it was but in Venezuela it's very known. But not around the world, just in Venezuela.
Yeah.
And the fusion was more or less the same. And they also have some secretization with the orishas as well. I've seen it. I've seen it.
But personally, you don't have connection with family that practices Yoruba?
Yes, I do. I do have to. Yes, I do have.
Oh, yeah.
In Latin America, more or less in general, it's a little bit complicated, that topic, because when you are practicing this, people think that you're doing like black magic. I don't know. Okay. It's not well seen.
Yes, exactly.
I used to escape from home to go to the ceremonies because they didn't allow me to go.
And they danced like that. Afro-Cuban, like they did impersonations.
It's crazy because these people, they have no knowledge about the dance. And when they have the spirit inside, they dance like them. It's amazing. That's crazy to see. And it's beautiful.
And these days, I can imagine. You saw that with your own eyes. And how is it for you then to see now this culture? Of course, like in salsa, we have a big mix of cultures, but especially then the Yoruba, the religious part of it. How do you feel with that being very popularized now across salsa?
I feel very happy that it's very popular now. Some people think that it is new, but actually no. If we see the history of salsa, Yoruba is since the very beginning. As you know, many musicians, they used to practice also Santeria. It's very present there as well. And I'm very happy that it's coming back but I understand also the dynamic of the world, no? The evolution of the dance, because those dances, they came from the street, no? Very rare, very much grounded. To get recognized and to get like this approval from the people, they start putting a lot of decorations, means, ballet, contemporary, hands, ballroom, etc. They got the approval. Now that we have all those amazing performances with a lot of tricks, Karen and Ricardo, for example, we have all those amazing things. People start coming back to their roots because it was missing a little bit. So I'm very happy that it's going back to the roots. And I am here for that.
You need to have a strong understanding of the roots before you start putting it into your dance, right? Because now we see a lot of competitions, and every hit we hit is like chango, chango.
Now it's too much. From my perspective, it's too much from what I think. I am not the owner of the salsa scene, but I have my opinion, no? And my humble opinion says that it's too much. I even see people dressing with the colors, but it's too extreme. Even bringing the garabato to the stage. That's for me, it's a little bit like, gotta be careful because it can touch a little bit of cultural appropriation, maybe.
Yes.
And it's also religious.
Yeah.
So there is a thin line dividing the dance with the religion, or actually not dividing, keeping them together.
Yeah.
There is a tiny bit of a step that you can be dancing to the religion or can be dancing to the dance. That's why for me, it's too much of this.
Yeah. You mentioned an interesting concept because cultural appropriation is something I hear before. And sometimes on online discourse, we hear people saying that salsa goes too far from the roots or people are fusing it into two different things. And they're like, hey, you're forgetting the essence. Same as what's happening with bachata, right? Like it's going so far from the origin. And to what extent is it an appropriation? Are you using the name and are you erasing previous culture or are you preserving it?
Exactly. Actually, I always make clear that we need to understand that there is no root. There is not. Because if we go back to the history, everything has been a mix.
Everything a
mix, no? And the biggest mix was the African with the European culture, no? That was a mix. Everything is coming from mixes, from fusions.
Yes.
So why to be so strict with the fusions, no? But there are like certain things that are like codes that I would say that we should keep, no? Which are more than dancing is the why we do what we do. We are dancing. This is coming from a big community to show off. For example, Colombia is for showing off. And that's why when people say, I dance for myself, I don't dance to show off. Liar. Come on. We dance to show off as well. And when somebody comes and tells you, oh, you dance so nice, we feel good. No, that's showing off.
But it is, yes.
It's all coming from there. So, as I said, first, it's important to understand that everything is a fusion. And the fusion is going to keep evolving, no? But then if we go too far, like with bachata, then it's missing these little things, intentions, no? Keeping community, showing off.
So that goes too far. But how do you, what is the point? How do you quantify this? Like, oh, this is fine and this is not.
You can't.
It's subjective.
That's why, that's why I can discuss it until certain point. Then it's like, do whatever you want. It looks good. It feels good. Let's go.
Right. Yes. If it feels good, it's probably good.
Exactly. Why to be so close-minded or that?
No, that's true. And we see a lot of different types of evolutions in the salsa going different directions. Now, for example, you see very popular the improv competitions led by Salsanama. Also a lot of competitions. You see a lot of dancers in different countries. They are very competition-oriented.
Very much. Latin America is very competition-oriented. Very much.
Which is interesting because you often say salsa is something from the streets, you know, and in Latin America, they dance it on the streets. But actually, if you see the people that train in, for example, Colombia, they're maybe not going to that many socials. They're only doing...
Because there you have it already in the culture. If you step into the professional side, it's not like in Europe because Europe is more it's not part of the culture, no? So you are learning here professionally the cultural part as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You learn here in the school how to build community.
But here in Europe, the dynamic is very different. I mean, here we see a congress like here in Berlin, it's all about social dancing.
Yes.
And even in the United States, social dancing is not as popular for artists often.
I haven't been, but if you say so.
Where does it come from? Is it just that here we are looking more for that sense of community?
No, it's because it's not part of the culture in general. It's just like that. It's like when you're learning a language in a different country. It's like if I learn German in Venezuela.
Yeah.
It's not the same German that I'm going to speak if I move to Germany and I understand from the culture why they say that word, you know? Kind of that way, I would say. So I would, that's why I tell always people, if you want to go professional in salsa, go to Latin America. To take classes, to live there. When you see the lady walking on the street, you're going to understand the basic body movement. It's part of that. It's coming from there. The posture.
Right. A natural way of moving.
Exactly. When you see how the culture works, then the dance is going to change completely. Completely. And then also your mind is going to change a lot. And it happened to me to go from wanted to be so like show oriented. To be a little bit more like loose. And
because for you, what is it you enjoy a lot? Because you love to social dance. I used to social dance a lot.
First than anything.
You've done many solos and groups. But for example, competitions, I've seen you in the Stargate.
Yes.
Have you done any other competitions?
No. I did a Stargate just for the curriculum to put it in Instagram 3 times salsa champion just for that.
Three times world champion in the Stargates category.
World champion, yeah. No, I just did it for that.
Yeah.
And also to push myself a little bit at some point because I stopped dancing.
Yeah.
And then I just signed up to the competition to push myself and go back to salsa.
And other competitions, it never drew you?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because also, I am more oriented to put on the stage yourself, who you are. And competitions, they are very square, you know?
Yeah.
So the timing, the many moves you can do or not, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it really closes the creativity.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it.
What about improv competitions?
I got so nervous with that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can do improv in a social, but in
Yes.
competition, no.
Yes.
Well, I did it once in Turkey. Oh my God. I
Yeah.
shit my pants. And
How did
also,
it go?
you know, I am very like on fire.
Yes.
And I was a split, cambre,
Yeah.
grandma, basic, and then it
Throw
split.
everything out there. Yeah.
When I saw the video, it was oh my God,
Oh, yes.
too crazy.
It's a different skill, right? It's
Yeah,
a
it's
different skill
completely
set again.
different. You need it's another mindset.
Yeah.
And the control that you need in that moment. For example, me, I don't have control. You're and
Yeah.
throw everything out.
Exactly.
But you need a lot of control to pay attention to the music, etc. That control I have it, but in social
Yeah. It's something you practice, I think.
also.
Yeah. You would say, what is like your selling point as an artist is more on the social side, the thing you teach about culture.
First teaching,
Teaching.
then
Yes.
social.
Yeah.
Or in the same level.
Yeah.
I love both, and I have so much fun with both.
Yeah.
With social, always. With teaching, it's been a journey.
Mhm.
With learning a lot about to be a teacher.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And there's many ways an artist can go. You can specialize really on competitions. You can be a very well-known social dancer. And is there like something that all these top artists that they share, or do they have different kinds of qualities?
No, they have different. Yeah. I'm not gonna say name because I don't want to get into trouble. But just some artists, they deliver good show, good workshop, and good social dance. Some of them, they don't stay in the social dance. For me, it's because it's come from my family. Yeah, it's how I grew up in the social.
Yeah.
Then this is automatic. This is part of my life. I just included in the contract.
Yeah.
For free.
It's
Almost.
It's part. You do it for fun. Yeah.
Then the teaching and the show, and I try to do that. I try to deliver good show, good workshop as well.
Yeah.
I don't love shows. I don't love
You
it.
don't love it.
No, I like it.
Yeah.
And I always am going to deliver my best, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Always, I am going to go big always,
Yeah.
but I prefer to teach a class.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And I love costumes. You know, I love clothes.
Yes, you love
I love
clothes. You recently launched your own clothing.
Yes,
You
yes,
can do
yes,
a quick product
yes,
placement.
yes,
in
yes,
it.
yes.
Is this part of your collection?
No,
Right.
no.
I should have brought some stuff.
But my mom did it anyways.
Your mom helped make it?
Yeah, we made it together, all the
Oh.
pieces.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, your mom is even here this
Yes.
weekend. It's
Yeah.
very nice
Yes.
that you can share with the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. There's another topic I really wanted to go into.
Yes.
Recently, you shared on social media a personal story.
Mhm.
And of course, in the social media, the attention span is pretty short. So I also hope with this platform, there is more time and for us to go in depth and for you to share what you think is important. As maybe you want to tell us a little bit.
Yeah, I realized that I grew up in a very old school system, kind of,
Mhm.
where you don't show vulnerability.
Yeah.
When you show vulnerability, it's because you are weak. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that was killing me, and I didn't know that. Because I'm gonna go back in time, very back in time. When I left Venezuela with a lot of insecurities, a lot of problems in my head, because growing up in Venezuela for me was very difficult, and being me was wrong, no? Because as I said, I am very feminine and also very skinny, and there my family even took me to the nutritionist because I was sick.
Wow.
So imagine what I had in my head all the time. So I had a lot of insecurities about my body, my face, my mind also, because what I was doing and what I liked was wrong. So being me was wrong.
Yeah.
So and I had this in my mind. It was crazy because I also received a lot of love from my mom and my dad, a lot. And they raised me like very good, probably with their things, but I already forgive them. So I left with all these things. Hi. Then moving to Mexico helped me a lot. Then moving to Germany helped me a lot more because it's more open and more freedom. But at the same time, in Germany, you don't show much emotions, no?
Mm-hmm.
It's a very reserved culture.
It's cold. Yes.
Yeah, it's very cold. So during these 8-9 years, I built a wall to protect myself, no?
Yeah.
Which in Germany, it was okay because nobody's showing emotions. But I was hiding all these things that I brought. So I had all of this inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
And being an artist, you are all the time working with those emotions.
Yeah.
So it was difficult, not like I want to put it out. No, I am scared of putting it out because maybe people are going to judge me. It was very difficult to find a way to be me and at the same time feel comfortable. It was very difficult. So I started having anxious attacks a lot, and I didn't know that. So I just thought that I was sick, that I'm gonna have a heart attack or something. Also because I wanted to go bigger. I achieved a lot of things in Germany as well, and I wanted to open a little bit more.
What kind of moments would it be where you would feel especially anxious?
Oof, the whole day.
Is it like before a show?
Yeah,
just you wake up?
No. In many moments of the day, it goes so strong that it was many moments of the day. When I started therapy, the first thing that they asked me was that, no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find the moment that activates that child. And I was like, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So I have, for example, having eating disorders, and I didn't know because I always had in the back of my mind people telling me, you are not eating enough, eat more, no?
Yeah.
So when I have the food in front of me and I see it, then I get full because I just don't eat a lot. I eat a lot during the day. I can eat 6 times per day, but not the amount. No, I was not finishing it. Then anxious attacks came.
Yes, exactly.
And so I could not even finish it. So it was crazy.
And how does that look like, an anxious attack? Do you just feel like frozen? Do you lose your motivation? Do you get sad?
All of this. No, for me, it's very much in my heart. I start getting tachycardia.
Yeah.
A lot.
Palpitation.
Yeah. And then I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack. And then I can't even feel the pain going to the arm and it's like freaking out.
Yeah.
Then I start hyperventilating.
Mm-hmm.
You say that?
Yeah.
And then I stop breathing. So I stop breathing and then I get dizzy after that. Mm-hmm. And then that is like happening for many hours. And then after that, I stopped doing some activities because I don't want to feel like that and be with you, for example, having dinner. Yeah. I just stay home. So but the same home is the worst. So I stopped like visiting my friends, traveling. I stopped doing many activities, even dancing. And then what that brings is depression.
So it's really something that happens when you're by yourself. Like when you're with other people, you're distracted. So it's the moments that you're alone.
No, also with people. Also, for me, I am like trying to see what activates it, but there was so many things that did it that now I know more or less when it's gonna come, but sometimes it just comes. Yeah. For example, if I love to watch Netflix and do nothing. I cannot do that at all. Because also I had a time of my life not long ago that I had so much responsibility, so many things on my shoulders, and I had to support a family. But in that, you know how hard it is to make it work, no?
Yes, of course.
It's very, very hard. And I have to support a family. I don't have the support from a family. So I had all of this in my shoulders. So it was those moments, so much pressure. Then I started traveling more and that was very difficult. So those moments also activates a lot. I had a point that I could not even cook. So my hands were shaking. It was horrible.
I think it's so brave to share these stories, especially because we live in a scene where we focus a lot on what's on the front, right? Even imagine a showcase. We see the beautiful shows. We don't see the people in the back panicking, quickly changing their clothes, the chaos that's there, right?
Yeah.
The front is what matters. And somebody like you who always has a very good presentation of yourself, you have mastered the art of dressing. You're very expressive with your clothing, with your emotions in your dance.
Yes.
And that, of course, is something people love to see.
Yes.
And especially for us to realize that, like, even, or maybe especially when Everything always seems good on the outside, like with the social media, you know, everything seems that there's a lot going on. We're people.
A lot. And I received, when I post the first video, I received so many messages. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody having the same issues. The same issues was crazy.
Yeah. So that's also why it's so good to talk about this.
Yes. And I am not scared of talking. I've never been scared of talking about some topics because I am very honest. Sagittarius. So Sagittarius used to be very honest. That honest that I get into trouble sometimes because I talk more than I should.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, I am very much like that.
So it's good to have you on the podcast.
Yeah. You can ask me things and I'm going to boom,
everything.
say it. And then what did I say? Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care because I love honesty and I appreciate honesty.
Yeah.
Because I feel that honesty and I think that honesty is freedom at the same time. If I'm not honest, I have to take care of what I'm saying, what I'm doing, you know. Yeah. I don't want to be taking care of what I'm saying. I just want to, of course, you have to be also smart, no? When you're doing business and stuff.
It's also important. There's the side that you present to the audience, your side that presents to the organizers,
completely.
with your colleagues. You play 100%. A lot of personalities as a dancer.
Yes.
And of course, it's not just the artist, but it's also visitors, people that are in the scene that want to get better. There's so many points where we experience pressure.
And from my point of view, it's okay to have different personalities depending on what you're doing. It's okay. It's completely okay.
But it's interesting also that so many people come and say, oh, I also have this problem. And I thought I was the only one. Yeah, because even me, I got this response from people around this topic that say that they were so happy that you were willing to speak publicly because somebody is pointing at a topic that is quite taboo. I think
very much.
I think topics related to mental health are always difficult to talk about because, you know, when somebody breaks a leg, it's easy. We say, oh yeah, you put a cast and you will heal. But the human mind, of course, is more complex.
Yes.
I think awareness to the issue is a good first step.
100%.
And what else do we have to do? How do we acknowledge this problem and improve it for dancers, for visitors, for organizers, everybody in the scene that experiences this?
The first thing is to find somebody, a friend, a family member, something that is not going to judge you, that is going to just listen to you. This is the first step. So when you don't feel judged, then you can open a little bit more, no? And therapy. Yes, 100%. I've been in therapy for a long time, but also trying different other things, no? I even did ayahuasca ceremony. I will talk about this in one video. I promise.
For the next podcast.
Yeah, because I have a lot to talk about.
No to drugs in Berlin,
for example. So I have tried a lot of things, a lot, but therapy, having somebody, a therapist that also understands you, don't judge you, you connect with the person, that's very, very important. And I know it's difficult, but being patient with yourself, I wasn't. I was all the time like judging me. You are not enough. You are not doing enough. Blah, 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 blah. And I had my realization moments when I said, oh, wait a second. I am an amazing son and an amazing brother. And I am an amazing teacher as well. But to get to that point, oh my God, you have no idea. It was so hard to get there. Also because society is normally teaching you to be humble.
Yeah.
And it's a confusion a little, no?
You want affirmation also of your qualities, right?
Exactly. And it's difficult to do it. It's difficult to accept it.
Yeah.
But in the moment you embrace it, your life changes completely. Now I had before the impostor syndrome as well as being a teacher, no?
Yeah.
Because I was always the youngest, but I was always researching. I had a lot of information in my mind, etc. So I had the impostor syndrome. Now it's gone, more or less. And you have no idea how much I enjoy my classes because before I learned that you have to keep, you know, the composture.
Yeah.
And be strict and be serious. And we confuse being strict and serious with we connected with being professional, but no, you can be funny and also be professional, no? But in Latin American rhythms, we try to be like this, you know, big way, because we are not recognized as a teachers officially by the government.
Yeah.
And this is also my work with From the Roots. I don't know if you saw it, the formation I created in Germany with the help of the Senate of Culture to give that
recognition.
That one to the people that study. So it's like a professional formation, no? And I understand also why teachers in this community behave that way, because there is not this
recognition.
Exactly.
Yes.
There is not that
maybe
so much.
like a desire to prove your worth to affirm your identity.
Exactly. You don't have a paper that tells that.
Yeah. It's actually an interesting topic. I just talked about with somebody yesterday that it seems sometimes in our community that teachers, they try to make themselves more than what they are. They aggrandize their personality, and we always say like, hey, like you're maybe famous inside of a congress, but outside of that, nobody knows you.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, of course, it doesn't matter who knows you, what does. But I was talking with somebody that it seems that for me, one of the reasons why that happens is that to the outside world, often you're not recognized as somebody that does something that is productive, right? In the capitalist system.
He's just partying, doing animations or something like this.
And so some of us start wearing suits and acting a bit snobbish. So we sort of validate our identity, sort of make ourselves bigger than what it is.
Yes, it happens a lot.
It's fine. We're dancers.
Yeah.
Within that, we can find happiness.
Yeah.
About the social anxiety, you gave some great points for a person, an individual, like go to therapy, find a friend to talk with. Is there something we can do as a community within events or together with each other to work?
Yeah, of course. And it is what I always tell my students when we're in the social, what I did in the party that I used to organize here in Berlin. I try to always go and say hi to everybody first of all. Then I try to dance with everybody, but you're flight again. Well, try to dance with everybody. Do animation because animation get people together. And it doesn't matter the level, but you are dancing, you are part of something.
No.
I used to do the tequila hour.
It's an hour of drinking tequila.
Yes, and wow, this is an interesting point because in salsa, not everywhere, but in a lot of socials, people are very much like this. Very much.
Yeah.
Bachata is different. Bachata people are more friendly than in salsa. Salsa is always, I don't know why it's like that. Maybe, I don't know. But bachata is also younger people.
Yes.
Could be that.
Salsa is more mature scene.
Yes. And sometimes you enter to the socials and you see that people looking you from up, that happens a lot in salsa.
That's a big problem to solve, to tackle an issue like this. It's part of it, I guess, because people feel the need to prove themselves. Maybe like support groups within the scene or ways for people to connect, to at least not feel alone.
Yeah, for example. Yeah.
Is there something you think even events like organizers could do with this topic?
I think I did already since last year in couple of congresses. I was teaching a seminar called Awareness, Awakening Your Inner Artist. And it's not exactly about becoming an artist, but for those people that are, I don't know, they are unhappy with their job, but they go to the Congress to have some fun, no? So to just await this and make them do more what they make them happy, So that changed your life. And many people came and made me questions and I was like, I can't answer that. You have to go to therapy. I'm sorry, but I'm not a therapist. Yes. Because I talk about the anxiety, I talk about all those things.
Yeah.
Because I told them, yes, and I am an artist, but I also have those moments sometimes.
Exactly.
It's off.
No, it's perfect. I think it's good, right? The light is on. Yeah.
No. I also have it sometimes in socials, and I travel alone a lot. And sometimes it's difficult to go to the social. I have to, and I do it. But this journey from my room to the social sometimes is very complicated for me because many reasons, no? With the anxiety. But I learned how to deal with that.
Yeah.
I learned, yeah.
And maybe there's also something to say around the pressure that we put on artists. I mean, it's a very perfectionistic culture. We say a show should be like, no excuses. Something goes wrong, you cannot go and say, yeah, sorry guys, the floor was slippery, or hey, I have an ankle injury, or hey guys, I have anxiety. Like, so please give
you can't. Yeah. For what I do is like what I do with my classes now. After I realized I had the impostor syndrome, and now I embrace my mistakes. So when I'm in the class and I have a mistake, I just say it out loud to the people. Oh, fuck, I fuck up this.
Yeah.
And I keep going and everybody laughs.
Exactly.
And with the shows, I do the same.
Yeah.
So if I sleep, I do like something like this,
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah.
But if you freaked out, then you freeze and then I embrace it during the show.
Yeah, and I think that's also something people value. I mean, I almost see a trend on Instagram of artists sharing their mistakes.
Yeah.
Everybody's now sharing their big mistake to show how human we are.
Yes.
I guess it's a good thing, right?
Because many things can happen, many things. And also when you take away the pressure off your shoulders. For example, when I am having shows every weekend, one after the other, I know that any of them are going to be perfect. When you know that, and none of them are going to be perfect, then you're okay with the mistakes. But before, oh my God.
Yeah, you put a lot of pressure on yourself.
I didn't want to go to the social because I fucked up 1/8 or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my career is over.
I know.
But I know where it is coming from. It's coming from the fact that we know that in this industry it's very difficult to make it.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, very complicated. You have to like sneak a lot to make it, to make money and live out of this. That's why you put so much pressure, because a show can change your career. It can happen. So
for artists, there's always a lot of pressure. There's a lot of demand, so to say, for these spots at congresses to be in the center stage. And there's only so many events.
Yeah, and there are not many opportunities to be in the events. So when you have an opportunity, you have to do good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's the message in the end? Do we say, hey, don't be so tough on us, or learn to embrace your mistakes, maybe?
Also learn to embrace your mistakes. Don't be so hard on yourself. But this is difficult anyway. Just be aware, at least, is a step. No, be aware of that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we are not aware of what is happening inside here. Maybe, but at least being aware helps.
Yeah, maybe if you realize that in the end, we're all going to die, the world is going to disappear, right? If you make a big mistake in the show, that's the first things you say to yourself.
And we're not curing cancer.
At least one day I will die and other people will forget about this mistake that I made.
Yeah. Bercy always say, we're not curing the cancer, you know? It's like, why you take it so, yeah.
Well, no, thank you so much for sharing a lot about this topic in particular.
Thank you for inviting me finally.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch also on something else that you mentioned in the context of where you grew up in Venezuela and about your own expression. As you said, you are very comfortable in your feminine expression and also the way you dress. You're not afraid to break the gender norms, which is interesting because in the end, salsa comes from a Latino culture. And historically, Latino culture is less progressive and advanced on these topics compared to maybe European or the culture in Berlin.
Yes.
And how does it feel for you, the Latin scene in Europe? Is it somewhere where you feel more comfortable to express yourself like this than outside of it?
Yes, 100%. Still a lot of work to do here in Europe, a lot. But of course, because in Venezuela, I got kicked out from clubs for dancing with my teacher. Kicked out.
Insane. Yes.
So, for example, no? And imagine in my head, it's like, I had always like, because it's like, I am very open-minded, but at the same time, I am also Latino.
Yeah.
So I heard from my family that this is wrong, you know?
Yeah,
I am loyal to my family as well, no?
Yeah.
We are loyal to our families until a certain point.
And your community and the culture where you come from, right?
And I'm also looking for approval from my family.
Yeah.
If they don't approve that, imagine I feel wrong as well. Yeah. For me, it's been a journey also with therapy to overcome that, you know?
How come in the Latin culture here in Europe, in the dancing, that it's much more tolerated? Is that a fusion of the European culture with the Latino, or is the Latino scene itself evolving the dance?
No, I think because it's the European culture is way more. European culture is way more developed, first of all, also more educated than Latin America, and now of course, is mixing with Latinos, so the Latino has to evolve as well. Otherwise, it's not going to survive.
Exactly.
And it's been evolving now, but it's still a lot of work to do, because I remember moments when I saw it. Organizers, they don't want to hire somebody because they saw dancing with another guy or stuff like that. You just see it. You see it.
And of course, still, if you look online, men dancing with men, you'll see plenty of people in comments saying, usually there are people from outside our scene, but saying it is wrong or it's not okay.
Not with girls, for example.
Not with
girls.
Not if they.
Two girls dancing together.
If two girls dance together, it's not a problem. Yeah, and of course, the sexualization of dance
exactly.
is a whole other topic on itself.
Yes.
But it's good at least that now we feel in the culture here in Europe very safe to express ourselves in whatever way we want, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
I think there's like a few aspects to this. There is like the culture where it comes from, if it's accepted or not, and then how we deal with it, like among each other. Like, do we let people in our events? Do we not kick them out for non-heteronormative behavior? And then a big thing that I often talk about also in this podcast is there is some dynamics of a patriarchal system, of a heteronormative system already ingrained in the dance itself. If you see people learning to dance, 98% of the leaders will be men and 98% of the followers will be women.
Yes.
Which is, of course, great. I mean, people feel very comfortable in these roles. Clearly, there is some drive. But is there something that needs to change in the way that we approach that structure?
Yeah, of course there's, because for just starting with the fact that there are some moves that are more feminine, some more masculine. Some people, they don't even have to like guys to be feminine, no? You know? Same with girls. Yeah, so, same with girls. Girl, they don't have to be hetero and be feminine, because I know a lot of girls that they are hetero, but they are not feminine at all. They are more masculine.
Yeah.
And they also have this energy, no? I could call it energy.
Yeah.
Starting from there, because you have that energy and you like more that. When I dance, for example, when I'm dancing as a follower and then you release me, I am not gonna do anything feminine because I don't like it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
No, it's not that I don't like it. I love it, but it's not me. I am gonna be very masculine for the society, no? But then I'm follower.
Yeah. So it's a bit maybe wrong to always associate leading with masculinity, masculinity with gender. Like there's different aspects here.
Yes.
And I always, when a guy that is not used to dancing as a follow, when he's like, oh, I'm going to try to follow once, immediately starts like doing very feminine
you don't have to do
like,
that.
Oh, I'm going to follow. Okay. Here I go. I'm following. It's like,
no,
you don't have to. You can keep also a masculine energy. It's leading and following.
Yes.
It's 100%. Not necessarily like...
what I love from following is to like, what do you want to do? I'm going to follow it, you know?
Yeah.
And then play in the middle, like also with musicality stuff, and also learn. I learn a lot from leaders to turns to do by myself later, no?
Yeah.
But that's the point, to open a little bit, wide the mind a little bit more, and not associate masculinity with being a leader.
Do you think it's wrong for teachers with big classes, with an audience, to say guys and girls? Like, should we say like, oh, you have to say leader and follower?
It's not wrong. It's been part of the society for a long time.
Yeah.
But we can try at least sometimes. That's what I do. And I even forget it. I'm all the time making jokes because I forget it.
Yeah.
To say leaders and followers. And I'm all the time like, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult, because my mind, you know, for me, looking at two guys, even though I like guys too, looking at two guys holding hands on the street I was like, imagine, it was in my mind like,
exactly.
Why am I discussed from that?
Exactly.
If I could be also one of those guys holding hands with the guy, but it's the way how I grew up.
Social norm. Yeah. Me too. I love to dance as a follow, and a lot of people that tell me they like to follow. It's also very good for their leading technique, because you know what it feels like from the other side. Do you still feel sometimes, do you have experience that you feel it's not accepted?
Yes, of course.
In big events also?
Yes.
How does that manifest itself?
For example, when somebody is asking you from there, it's like, do you want to dance? They don't come to you sometimes.
Oh, they don't dare to ask you to dance?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
They just look from far away like...
But they do want to. Yeah. But they feel a little bit ashamed, like scared to say it out loud.
Or they take you like in very far away, and
exactly, like hiding, like it's hiding. like a secret.
With Michael, my friend, it happened that they took him to dance next to the toilets.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But for me, I can't complain so much, because I have had a quite good and nice path. And in my journey in the dance community, I've been accepted. I think I was not accepting myself, first of all, because I was telling myself I'm wrong. And it came mostly from me. Mostly. When I accepted myself and I said, fuck off, I'm going to do what I want, then people accepted.
Yeah.
Also because I was smart and say, okay, I know most of the community don't like this side of myself. So I'm going to study a lot and I'm going to have so much information that I'm going to teach amazing classes and I'm going to get hired by that.
Like you're sort of like compensating
Exactly
for what you perceive to be something that's wrong about yourself.
It's not fair, but it's okay. I can do that. And I have no problem with that because I also love teaching.
Yeah.
But
also on this topic, practically, what do you see we can still do to improve these dynamics in the scene, to make it more normalized, to maybe desexualize the dance, to normalize the separating gender from dancing role?
First of all, be aware of that and talk about that, like we're doing now. I think this is the first step, because awareness then will bring changes. And then, as you said, desexualize, try to, in the workshops, at least be aware of the way how we're teaching. I started from that, and don't be afraid and go and ask the other person. If you want to do that, just ask. That is going to happen. Don't be afraid.
No, I always feel a little bit extra good if other men leaders ask me to dance. And I also know it's not anything like sexual or like an interest. I feel happy because I apparently I give them the feeling that it's safe for me to ask me, right? That already is something that I take pride in, and I'm happy.
And even if it's sexual, it's okay.
Sure, of course. It would be a bit hypocrite, right? If
they're not going to try to have sex with you on the dance floor.
If a man refuses to dance with another man because he's afraid he'll be interested, I mean, should all the girls also stop dancing with guys that they are not interested in? Like, it's a bit of a hypocritical thing as well.
Exactly. So it's like, maybe you like the other person, or what are you actually afraid of?
Yeah. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of students who refuse to dance with male followers in the class, because for me, it's like a sign, okay, so you only dance with somebody you want to have sex with? Like, why are you dancing, right? I get that, but again, on the other side, of course, you said it yourself. There's social norms and there's like these instincts that are inside of us. And of course, for somebody to face that in such a context that they're usually not used to, I can imagine where it comes from.
I posted, I don't know if you saw it, I posted a video talking about that. Because I said in that video, I don't blame the person refusing me, because I don't know how this person grew up.
Yeah.
You know, how can I judge this person? Maybe I put this person in a situation that is very different, or it's something new he's afraid of, you know?
Yeah. And that's also a beautiful empathetic approach, because with understanding the other person, you're building a bridge, right? Instead of just saying, okay, you versus me.
Exactly. Yeah. I posted because one day I wanted to talk about the gender thing in the scene. And then I was thinking, I said, okay, no, why am I going to complain? No. Wait a second. We're all humans at the end, no?
Yeah.
And why am I going to judge this person if maybe this person haven't been never in such a situation?
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Poor this person, actually, you know, panicking. Maybe another guy is touching me.
Maybe he is having social anxiety, you know, like we should be understanding.
Yeah, that can happen. So that's why I don't take it personal.
Yeah.
If somebody refuses me, actually, it also depends on how is the situation, but I don't take it personal because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's a good empathetic approach to what can be perceived as a problem.
Yeah. And lately, I'm even not asking leaders to dance with me. I get asked, and I'm like, oh, nice, okay.
Yeah. I'm so grateful for the topics we could talk about today. They are all topics that I value a lot and I think are very nice to be talked about. So I hope this touches some people that maybe feel alone or maybe sometimes don't feel accepted. That would already be a huge achievement of this conversation.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. So thank you so much
for
being with me today. Yes. We're going to watch the Stargate shows.
Yes, let's go.
So this was the latest episode of Behind the Shines. And I'm going to post the full episode on YouTube, Spotify, and of course, I always share some reels on Instagram.
Share it.
Share it. Let's keep spreading the conversation.
Yes.
Some of you have been sending me some feedback recently, things you would like to hear about, or just appreciation, or even things with the format, how to present it. I appreciate all the feedback. Anything you can give to me, I am super happy. I'm
not
doing
negative.
This, only positive. No, I really appreciate it a lot, because in the end, I do this for everybody. And the goal is just to build more bridges like this, to have more empathy for each other and talk about things that sometimes go unspoken.
Yes.
So, especially thanks for that.
Thank you.
And let's go watch the Stargate shows.
Yeah. See you.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.